Welcome back, friends, paintheads, art commandos. It's James Comrie, half-assed reporter, the guy on the bike. And we are on East 55th Street. We're going to run into the Anton Kern Gallery and take a look at a Chris Martin show. Special shout out to our viewers in Ireland, Quebec, and Bakersfield. Stay tuned. Well, I just pedaled in from Red Hook. It's probably about 20 minutes before closing time, but that's my usual MO. We'll walk through and make a sweep of the installation, record some ambient sound. Gosh. Okay, there's Chris. Yes. Hello. Thank you. Well, Natalie Provasti. Oh gosh, there's Kathy Bradford. Old Williamsburg day. Gold teeth for Lansdale Ross Rias 2021. Acrylic spray paint and collage on canvas. Okay, well, I'm a big fan of Chris. This is kind of like a tradition. I've been covering his shows now for probably 15 years, something like that, maybe more. And even before that, I hung out with him a little bit, wrote some reviews for the Brook and Rail on some shows. This is Untitled 2019 to 2021, acrylic oil and glitter on canvas. Well, I have commented on Chris's glitter pieces. Gosh, maybe about 15 years ago he started using a little glitter. And gosh, the next thing you know, he's got pounds of glitter on his pieces. Actually, he's one of the few people that can really do this painterly. Gosh, I'm looking at this and I'm seeing that we've got almost, I don't know what you would call it as far as glitter goes, petametti. It's got the overlays, the underlays. And gosh, then we've got the black is a very matte, unshiny surface. And I think that Chris is one of the people that could actually go in a kind of decorative area like this without slipping into a superficial kitsch. Jupiter Landscape 2021 acrylic on canvas 55 by 49. Yeah, Chris has got a couple of things that he kind of repeats. One of them is this stripe at the bottom. I think I was commenting about Bryce Martin's show, and Bryce always leaves a space. Chris kind of keeps this as a place to title and date the pieces and sign them. This is just straight acrylic. I wonder if he's referencing the white spot on Jupiter that has been changing. And we got a piece that's so big we can't squeeze it into the frame, and we don't want to step into the a receptionist desk area. Okay, so yeah, this is kind of even more exaggerated than the glitter pieces. Untitled, 88 by 77. Oh, okay, I like this. So he's cut out a little hole and he's got some kind of thing stuck in there. I was thinking that was one of the things that struck me at the first Julian Schnabel show I saw at Mary Boone back in 1979. Had little niches cut into some of the paintings. Hey, yeah, I guess these would be the little beads or spangles that you would use if you were sewing some of the Haitian flags, the beaded flags that come out of the Caribbean. It does kind of create a different kind of a color perception. So Chris has got some stuff sticking out there. A lot of the things have got photographs and things attached. Untitled 2021. Acrylic and collage on canvas, 43 by 38. Okay, so Chris is actually a native of Washington, D.C., and he's a big fan of soul music. No, but he's got a lot of James Brown album covers and things stuck in some of the paintings. Okay, so this is interesting. He's actually kind of closed down his area of the glittery beads. Marvin Gaye. Also, I'll draw your attention to this seam here. One of the peculiarities of Chris's practice is that a lot of his paintings, he doesn't, excuse me. Let's see if we can get back and get a picture of this one. He doesn't use artist's linen or artist cotton duck. He uses drop cloths that he goes over and buys at Home Depot. I guess that's cheap and they're big. Okay. This is one of his themes that he's used again and again. I think that's a 7-point star. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. 7. And I believe that he's using some fluorescent colors in there. Okay, let's come into the master gallery here. Okay, so these are the big paintings. We'll see if we can squeeze this one in. Okay. You got a little hint there, people. This is titled Telescope Sphinx in Outer Space. And Andrew Gensel. Follow his blog. Actually, I'm looking at a lot of these major pieces back here and noticing that Chris has got a lot of blue, particularly this ultramarine blue. I think also that, gosh, I talked to him. He was down at the Peter Atchison opening at Stephen Harvey, maybe 6 months ago. And he was saying that he's been living upstate somewhere a lot of the time. So I imagine if you're a city kid and suddenly you're out spending a lot of time in the country and looking up and where you can actually see the sky instead of the lights of the city, you might be very influenced. And again, we can see the seams. This is a big painting. This is 135 by 118 inches. I don't know what that is, about 11 feet by 10, roughly. Let's see. Okay, he's got his shrooms in there, his mushrooms. 2019, 2020, 2021. Number 117. Okay, so we've got some kind of reference to the Sphinx, the Egyptians. This is the Twins, 2021, 135 by 118 inches. Now this is the galaxy, or the constellation, I think, is actually titled Castor and Pollen, something like that, the Twins. Acrylic on canvas. I guess maybe Chris is spending time stargazing. Geez, we got little notes there. It's like the red for the red star, yellow for a yellow star. Like I said, I've spent some time with Chris, and I've done a couple of studio visits with him that I've recorded. You can go back and check the file. One of the interesting things is that Chris is one of the people that has really tried to keep the idea of the large painting going. He had a show in DC about 10 years ago called Painting Large, something like that. And well, I've been doing some research. I'm always doing research, but thinking a lot about the abstract expressionists and people like Barnett Newman and Clifford Still. And that was really a revelation when they started doing huge paintings, and a lot of people thought that was one of the things that distinguished the New York School and the abstract expressionists from European painting. That was a big feature of the New York School. This is Untitled 2021. Acrylic on canvas, 135 by 118. Well, I don't remember what the name of the new space telescope they're getting ready to send up is, but I'm a big fan of the images that we've been watching from the Hubble spacecraft, and they get a lot of great photos of galaxies forming and stuff like that. And this kind of looks like that. Gosh, so I'm looking. Chris must be painting these with a broom. That those strokes are probably about 18 inches wide. Anyway, I was saying I've been out to a studio, and he was actually working on paintings there that were so big that he would put them on the roof of his studio that kind of extended out behind the back of his building, and then he would go up on the roof, which was 2 floors above that, and look down on the paintings. Because they were so big you couldn't really see them in the studio. Okay, so we've got little star spangles in there. It's untitled. Acrylic and collage on canvas. It's also 135 by 118 inches. Okay. Anyway, we was saying that maybe Chris was spending a lot of time out looking at the sky. Also, Chris is longtime friends with Kathy Bradford. And if you've been looking at Kathy's paintings for the last 4 or 5 years, she's doing a lot of paintings that are using the similar palette. Oh no! That's the signal, folks. But we're not going to run out right away.
Hard to get photos, right?
It is, especially when they turn off the lights. This is called Big Midnight 2021. Now, I actually remember Chris doing a series of paintings based on this similar theme, and I think I may have even written a review for the Brooklyn Rail on that. And at that time, he was showing paintings nearly this big, but it was in a long, narrow gallery. So there was no way that you could actually see the paintings or photograph them in their entirety. And at the time I said, these are kind of like those text signs that you read on the highways as you're driving down there, keep Idaho green, something like that. Okay, well, that was our little run through. They're kicking everyone out. So this has been James Kalm reporting on Chris Martin at the Anton Kern Gallery. You can like this, share, link it up at all your social media sites, and you can leave your thoughts, ideas, comments, criticisms, and suggestions below. And I just want to wish you all a happy 2022. I hope we're coming to the end of this. This is our chance to try to get back to normal, but one of the ways we do that is by saying, thank you, Kate. I'm going to ambush Chris like a paparazzi guy and see if I can ask him a question or two. Hey, Chris Martin, seeing as how they've run everybody out, now I can talk to you in private. No. First of all, I was kind of wondering, the stars, have you been spending a lot of time looking at the sky? Is that why you're doing the star paintings?
I guess, a lot of time up in the Catskill Mountains.
That's what I was thinking.
At night it gets dark.
And you're not used to seeing the sky, right? I know.
the
Here in
city
New,
we're not used to
in New
seeing.
York, you look up and it kind of looks like a big bruise, but you get out in the country and it looks good.
Absolutely.
So tell us also, this is like the last 2 years? Is this like lockdown paintings?
These are lockdown paintings, the last 2 years. Some of them were, but the big ones are all from the last couple of years. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Everything is going good. You're out in, what's the name of the place?
The place.
Upstate.
Oh, it's in Bovina.
Bovine. Yes.
And it's lovely
Bovine.
to be up there.
Yeah. Is that named after cows or something like
It
that?
means there's cows.
It means there's cows. So, okay, you're out looking at the stars with the cows. Sounds like a pleasant lifestyle.
It's lovely.
Congratulations, Chris. Always nice to see you. I've been covering your shows now for 15 years or something like that on YouTube, so
We've known each other for
that's right.
30?
Something like that.
Yeah, I think so.
Something like that. So we got to keep it going. Okay, I hope you have a happy 2022, man.
And you keep up the good work.
Thank you. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.